right, guys, welcome to another episode of the Buff Show. Today we have a market update coming your way, and we're going to be going over December's numbers, and today is January 14th. So
2026.
2026, crazy. How are you guys doing on your New Year's resolutions?
This is probably the best year I've had in a long
Really?
time. Yeah, probably.
You made it 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Is that what,
Yeah.
or you set one?
Both.
Me and Kate are doing no energy drinks, so this show is sponsored by Bubbly
And
and water.
water.
Yeah.
It's really lame.
Except I have a question. Is you know those chocolate, those milk protein energy drinks?
Milk
Are-
protein drinks with a little bit of pick-me-up.
A little bit.
Just
a
had
little
one.
taste.
We were going on a fishing trip Saturday, a 2.5 hour drive. We had to be there at 8 a.m. I was up at 3:30.
I think that's a valid point. You give up on your goals.
One of my
and a little
buddies that I was talking, one of my buddies we were going with, he's like, hey, just try one of these. It's not an energy drink.
How'd it
It's a
taste?
protein drink.
It actually really wasn't that great.
I mean, it had
really
more
wasn't all that great.
protein. No, it had more energy than protein.
So you ruined your goal for
60
something that didn't
milligrams
taste
of
good? I'm sorry.
Caffeine, 20 grams of protein.
I mean, I
20
think,
grams of protein?
Mm-hmm.
So what day did you drink that on? Because I think
last
that's-
Saturday.
I think that's
Whatever
when
that was.
your day
No.
starts.
I started 5 days before you.
That's true. He did.
So I want to hear it
He
because
did.
you had how many energy drinks did you have from the first to the
Well,
fifth?
wait 1 second. How many energy drinks have you had?
0.
No. From the
Well,
first to the
For
fifth.
the first to the fifth. The new year didn't start till the 5th.
No, it started on the first. It's the new year.
I think both of you are bad people.
Well, what have you been doing?
We have had less goals. Well, we have
Hey,
which video goals?
We just need to show everybody what's underneath the table right now, underneath Payton.
It's my snack cooler. But I did cover up the other brokerages.
No, he had fruit snacks and crackers. He's been pulling out all sorts of
I had a
goodies.
banana.
And an orange.
We did
I
not
guess.
spend any money. That's been one of our big goals this year. And it's been going pretty good.
What do they call that? Spending spree or saving spree?
Yeah, and
No, a spending fast.
yeah. Well, we do.
We have some friends that they're doing a spending fast right now.
Ours are every dollar that you spend, you have to ask your significant other about it.
Every dollar.
Every penny.
Really?
Even if we're buying something for the kids, we're not gonna do it forever, but just so we both are on the same page for where we're doing.
Just because you've been buying whatever you've wanted.
See, that's the thing is we're poor, but now we're trying to be like, okay, how do we be more effectively poor?
Yeah. How do we really feel like we're poor?
How do we make this obvious?
Yeah.
Hey, let me check with my husband so I can buy this candy.
No, that's a good goal though. Being more budget conscious. It's good. Same with health conscious. So it's been tough though. I've been struggling without caffeine. I realized, and I haven't got headaches.
That's been my biggest thing.
You've been it's
headaches.
Really.
Yeah.
I just
Nothing like
feel-
crazy bad. Like I feel like crap. Just like it's just like uncomfortable. Just kind of there.
Do you feel more clear though?
Clarity? Well, that's to be fair though. I'm not just doing non-energy drinks. I'm eating better.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lose weight as well. So like, I think I feel better mostly because of that. Not so much the lack of energy drinks. I think it's mostly that I'm eating a lot cleaner, a lot better.
Yeah.
Sticking to,
And both of you are doing the Spartan race this year, right?
Yeah, I sure am. I got my ticket.
Have you bought yours? I
Yeah.
should have.
I got
bought
it.
mine.
I just have to buy the other two now and really commit to it. But
You gonna
I'm
do the
not
trifecta?
quite there. I'm gonna try, but I have to get the Spart. I got to get the beast done in 6 hours. Is the thing.
He's got to finish the beast first.
Yeah, and then
at
you have to
2/3
turn
the time.
around and go do the sprint right after.
Yeah, but the sprint, he can do it.
Yeah.
I feel like
couldn't walk after the
Yeah,
beast
that's
last time.
that's what I was pondering. Is I got to work on my endurance. So like I need to go run like 14
You
miles
just need
like
a treadmill
twice a month.
underneath your desk.
I've been thinking about buying a stair
You need a
stepper,
mountain
but
underneath your desk.
Just need to
Just
climb mountains
all day long.
24/7. We'll see. That's my Misogi.
I like
That and a marathon, but
and the marathon.
I'm not
too.
going to win the marathon. I'm not even gonna. I wouldn't even say I'm gonna run it.
You're just gonna do one.
I'm just gonna do one.
That's good.
Good.
That's awesome. What marathon?
I don't know yet. Probably the Ogden because I guess it's
I
one of the easiest ones.
I would say the Skyline. That's a pretty easy one.
Is it?
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
I
I,
think,
feel like you're
I
lying.
think he's yanking your chain hard.
The
Go do a trail run for a Skyline. For a
Skyline.
marathon.
Skyline
awful.
like
That
runs
sounds
you up to Ben Lomond almost.
no, I don't want to do that.
Sounds
I do need to hike Ben Lomond again this year, though. That's less
Yeah.
of Muskogee and more of just.
So I haven't told you guys this, but I think a fun little brokerage in Muskogee. We should go do Kings Peak.
In Willard area?
No,
Where's
in the
Kings Peak?
UNS. It's the tallest mountain in Utah.
Ooh. How much elevation climb is it?
What is it? 12,000 something?
12,000 elevation climb, like from where you start, or that's how high the peak
I
is?
think
I
it's
don't know.
only-
It's a tall peak, but if you go out and back in a day, it's 30 miles out and back. So
Because Big Ben was 5,000.
Yeah.
No, it was 46 or 43.
Kings Peak's intense. So it's
You've
a
done it?
while. I have not done it. I've been up at like the pass and been like a mile from the top, but there was a big storm coming through, and so we couldn't. 13,000
gain.
Well, that's how high it is.
Oh.
13,500.
Yeah, it's tall.
You'd have to figure out. I bet I could pull it
But
up
even
here.
that did have like 7,000 feet of elevation
Let me
gain.
look
That's
here.
a lot of elevation.
Yeah.
gain.
I have all trails. I'll look real quick.
So, anyways, we'll add that.
I'll do that. I'm up
So-
for whatever.
Marathon, Spartan, trifecta,
6,000.
6,000 feet.
6,100 feet of so it's basically Big Ben twice. Because Big Ben, I think, was 3,700
Just need to not make plans that day
for the next.
Oh,
or
day.
the next day.
Yeah.
yeah.
that week.
Yeah. Just need to not make plans. No.
Oh, all right. Should we jump into this?
Nah, let's keep talking.
That's much more exciting. That's what's happening in the real estate market. So, I guess let's just do a recap on where things are at right now. January, we just hit the new year. No snow. It's a weird year.
Mm-hmm.
Rates just hit the lowest level they've been since fall of 2022.
Yeah, 5.93 on my nerd wallet this morning.
That's crazy.
average.
Oh, really?
but-
So that means maybe they've dropped back down because mine was 599 last Friday.
Yeah, and then they
Jumped
went up.
back up to just a hair over
They
6.
They dropped up.
They jumped back up.
Oh,
He needs some more
It's
caffeine
the
or something.
caffeine.
Yeah.
I
Jumped
heard
back
it.
up to just a hair over 6, and now I guess maybe they're under 6 again.
I think so.
Are they?
The
I haven't looked
averages,
this
the
morning.
average I've been seeing have been below 6 last just 2 days. Though. Not like I haven't been checking.
I
more than that.
haven't looked.
I've
today.
been on the phone with lenders today, and with like buying it down a little bit, you're able to get it into the mid to low 5s. Pretty
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
I had a
Which is
lender
sweet.
qualify somebody at no rate buy down on nothing at 5 3/4.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
just because
800 credit
just
score?
because we're saying, I don't know.
Prob-
I mean,
well,
if you're 7,
but that's still,
plus,
yeah,
doesn't matter.
that's a
But-
sick interest rate.
But yeah,
Yeah.
even though we're saying it's 6 or just under 6, you're probably still, if you're a decent buyer, you're probably still going to get a better rate than that.
Yeah. And mortgage applications, I just saw this morning, nationwide are up 30%, which is cool. So I'm excited. And then just some, like, we put 2 deals under contract last week. One had been on the market for like 70 days, just under that. Not a lot of activity. And then out of nowhere, we submitted an offer and 2 other offers came in. That was weird. And then some clients of mine went to an open house and it was like packed. And that was like the first Saturday of the year. And I'm like, this is wild how early this is already picking up. So it's going to be interesting. I think just rates being in the 5s is exciting a lot of buyers
People are having more conversations in general.
and sellers too.
Yeah.
Like how many sellers have been sitting on the fence because they have a low interest rate and they haven't wanted to trade houses and get a higher interest rate. But I think if it's in the 5s, it might be more manageable for them to do that.
Right.
So
Right.
it's interesting. Okay, let's kick this off.
Okay, so we'll start here with new listings. This is the count of the properties that have been newly listed on the market in a given month. So December of 2025, we had 2,971 versus December of 2024, we had 2,781. So that is a 6.8% increase. Sounds kind of weird going back to 24, but anyways.
It's a good starting spot for the year. Like we're probably double the inventory, maybe more than we had like starting out 2023. That was kind of the lowest inventory levels was beginning of 2023. All right, I have pending sales. So pending sales are down 1%, so pretty flat.
And then, so closed sales is the next one. For December of 2025, 3,565. December of 2022, 3,391, which is an increase of 5.1%. So we're seeing 5.1% more homes selling in December of 2025 compared to December 2024, which is actually a significant increase.
Yeah.
I mean, not like, oh, wow, this is the craziest market I've ever seen, but an increase.
Yeah, but like in 2023, we were just over 2,000, and we're now pushing, 3,500. That's great.
Yeah.
So, and this is the low. These are the lowest numbers that we'll have, because as we start cranking into this year, it's gonna start kicking off.
Everything will start
really.
picking up.
Yeah.
This is the coldest month of the year for real estate in a couple of different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next is the days on market until a sell. So in December 2025, it was 72 days versus December 2024, it was 66 days. So you're up 9%. A little different then because we were selling more homes, but you're still on the market.
I still don't understand that. That's been going, although it's just wintertime. That's what a big piece of it is. But it's crazy how much it's been going up with closed sales going up as well.
Do you think that January's numbers will be higher than these ones? Do you think we'll see another spike, or do you think
as far as more days,
or do you think December's is going to be the highest date? Because it's always like, if you look at the graphs,
January is always
it's like
a little
December
bit higher.
or January is always a little bit higher. Seems like January is always the highest
for the most part. But then you go back to 2019. Oh no, 2018. January was lower than December. But for the most part, you're right. January is usually your highest days on market. But just based off what we've heard and kind of what we've seen a little bit this year, I think maybe January might have a little bit less days on market.
I think it might go down. Yeah, that would be my bet. So if you're a seller, just keep that in mind. Days on market, that's until an offer's accepted. So you're 72 days on market on average. Some are higher, some are lower, depending on where your house is at. And then a normal contract's like 30 to 45 days. So you're looking at 100 days on average before your house is selling.
3.5 months.
Yeah. Median sales price. We are up 2.8% at $515.
That 515 has me a little bit nervous.
How come?
This is typically, I want to say this is the lowest month in the year for median sales price typically. And so it's just straight up, or December. So maybe January will be a little bit lower than December, but it's just going to go up from here. So if we get up to $540,000, that's going to be a new high. And that's within the realm of like possibility for this year, going from 515 to 540.
Well, we just had the economist from the U, and he said we are only it was less than 5% off of the all-time high, which was interesting. I didn't take a screenshot of that, but he looked at kind of the recession for 2008 and how many months it took us to rebound, and then our 2022 recession, and it was we're already almost back there. If you look at the average sales price, we're already above.
Right.
So it's crazy.
Well, talking about average sales price for December of 2025, $697,000. For December of 2024, $677,000 for an increase of about 3%. And then
That is wild.
you are right, though. We are above. Well, I guess the all-time highs were set a few months ago, really back in 6/7/21. October of 2025 would be the average sales price, highest point.
Because if you look in 2022, the state high was high sixes.
Yeah,
and we broke
675-ish.
into the sevens, which is just crazy. But I think it's because we've talked about this on other podcasts, the percentage of $1 million plus homes that are selling is crazy.
I think that one thing that the economist talked about was you have a lot of new homes that are being built and being sold, and that's probably one of the biggest driving factors of this growth increase in median sales price and average sales price, is that a lot of the properties that are selling are new construction, and new construction is just costing more with everything that's going on, tariffs and everything else, the cost of
Inflation,
materials,
Yeah.
inflation. And so I wonder if that's a big driving factor. Just like you had said, a lot of $1 million plus homes are being sold. I'll bet if I had to take a guess, I'd imagine majority of those are newer built
Yeah.
houses.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Next will be the percent of original list price received. So December 2025, you're 95.3%. Versus December of 2024, you're 96.2%. So we're down 0.9%. So what this means, essentially, if you were to list your house at $100,000, the average offer price that might come in would be, say, $95,000 on your home. So you're
Yeah.
down
And that
5%.
not including seller concessions. Too.
Correct.
We always
Not
have to keep that
including
in
that.
mind.
Yep.
Which a lot of sellers or a lot of buyers are asking for some type of closing costs.
Yeah,
most of the time.
I still think
I would
we're
say
still sitting.
70% of the time.
Yeah, I still think we're probably still sitting on average. You're probably going to give 2%
Yeah.
on closing costs.
Okay. So the housing affordability index.
There it is.
This takes the median household income and the median priced home under prevailing interest rate. The higher the number means the greater the affordability. The lower the number means the lower the affordability. And we are at 77. So it actually went up 4%. And I think that's just because of the ease in interest rates, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't
You
talk
want
about this here.
But we could.
We could. Sure, we'll talk about it here. Historic median. This is a chart that talks about when Utah was affordable. It was like early 2000s. It became affordable. In 2005 to 2011, it became moderately unaffordable. And then from 2007 or 2011, it like went up to seriously unaffordable and then severely unaffordable. And this is where it takes, so they gauge it by if the median household income is 3 times, how do I say it? So in 3 years, your income would equal what your house costs.
Yes.
We're 6 times that now.
So it would take you 6 years right now
Using your
Right.
entire
for your
paycheck.
Yeah.
income to pay off your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Severely unaffordable is what they're saying. It's crazy. We got some more stuff. We'll talk about that later too as we wrap up.
Inventory homes for sale for December of 2025, 12,760. For December of 2024, 11,659 for an increase of 9.4%. So once again, we've got more homes available on the market for you to go gander, probably at most price ranges, really. Maybe not Eden, but
I think it's the same thing we talk about every time when we do this one is we're still, even though we're up 9%, which is great, we need to be, we're still going back to 08. So 08, we were over 30,000 homes on the market, and we're still under 15,000 homes. So
And
we're
they're-
still less than half,
And our population has
and our
gone
population growth has gone up a lot.
up. Yeah.
So don't let it scare you that we're going to, that we're same situation we were in back then, I guess. Month supply of inventory. So this is the inventory of homes for sale at the end of a given month divided by the average monthly pending sales from the last 12 months. So we are at 3.6. This is up 9% from 3.3. So essentially, if no new homes came on the market, we would run out of inventory in 3.5 months.
So still, what kind of market do you call it? Buyers, sellers?
I think it's the same we've talked about. It's not really anybody's right now. Technically, it's supposed to be a seller's market,
Yeah.
right? Technically, under 6, but I think that the market's slow enough. It's almost like it's just kind of stagnant a little bit, and so buyers are still able to negotiate pretty good deals, but also at the same time, if the buyer wants it bad enough, then he's going to lose out. He or she is going to lose out on the deal. You know,
Yeah.
they give up negotiating when you want it bad enough.
I think there's pockets. Some pockets, like every neighborhood's a little bit different.
Right.
And some are more geared towards buyers. Other ones are more towards sellers. And it just depends on that local market there. Okay. Well, that's kind of a snapshot of what we saw in December. Anything else you guys wanted to add in there for that? I guess a few takeaways from The Economist this morning. He basically ruled out that a huge housing crisis coming with regards to bankruptcies and foreclosures is almost non-existent. If you look at how many homeowners are in default, it's so far behind what we saw in 2008. There's so much equity out in the market right now that's not a huge concern.
Right.
So
He
anything you
stated-
guys want to add to that?
Well, he stated basically you have your default of 30 days. It was at like 3% or something like that. But then by 90 days, it was basically zero. It was point something percent.
Yeah.
And so that's telling you that 3% are going late on their payment at 30 days, but then by 90 days, they're caught back up. So essentially what he was saying is, like Peyton said, there's not really any risk of going into a big market crash because of foreclosures.
Yeah. The other one was Utah's growth. Like we have the highest birth rate in the nation and the lowest death rate, which is crazy. And then on top of that, we also have a huge migration of just people coming to Utah. So just off of our natural increase alone, we're in a pretty good spot. And then you have the net migration coming, or the people migrating to Utah. That's also boosting it up quite a bit. And he brought up the Olympics a lot as well.
Yes.
So for the foreseeable, next
10
10 years or
yeah.
so, we have a pretty good little shield around
Almost
us.
a cushion,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, talked about different areas that were growing. Salt Lake, Utah County. One thing on the population growth, it's like 50, 60,000 people a year. It's significant. There's a lot of growth. This was interesting. So the interest rates and the monthly payment charts. From 2000 to 2021, most mortgage payments were right around 1,000 or just above, maybe pushing up to 1,500 in 2018 to 2020. And then from 2021 to 2025, it shot up to 2,500 to $3,000, just over $3,000, where most people's payments, they're paying $2,400 a month in just interest alone, and $500 a month towards principal. And he just talked about how interest rates are just eating up everybody's payment,
Yeah.
which is a little bit.
And your
crazy.
interest rate payment, the amount of money you're paying into your interest rate is now higher than what other people's entire payment was. And so you're paying more, not only more interest than other people, where you're paying an entire payment in interest.
If you think about it, I guess he has those rental numbers in there.
That's what I
And
brought up
so
next.
your interest payment on average is about what most
So-
people are paying in rent.
So, correct.
So it's kind of
Exactly.
like owning a home. Great, you get to own the home, but you're paying more money, which we've known that for the last little bit. But you're paying $2,500 almost every month in interest, at least at the beginning of your loan. You're paying somebody else's rent essentially in interest.
So, 2025, the median payment for a single family home was $3,600 a month.
Oh,
Median single family rental for that same house, what somebody would pay to rent that same house, $2,475.
Yeah.
So you're like $1,150 more to own that house versus, and the renters, like, they don't have to fix the roof. They don't
Right.
have something breaks in it. They're not on the line for it. So basically, we all need to find different jobs.
we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's your take on that? Like, because that is a valid takeaway.
Here's my experience personally, and then some of my clients' experiences. What they've talked about is, one, the stability is the best part about
Yeah.
owning a home.
Yeah.
You have a place, it's yours, you can live it, you can do what you want with it, it's your home. You're not gonna 12 months down the road, you don't have to move out. 12 months down the road, your payment's not gonna get any higher
that's
unless
true, it
maybe
doesn't
property
get-
taxes.
Yeah.
Property taxes could increase it a little bit, but not much, right? You pretty much have a pretty good idea what you're paying for potentially 30 years.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think the stability that offers, if it's affordable, is very comforting. Whereas if you're renting, you may not have to deal with any of the maintenance, but you really can't do anything to the house to make it yours, right?
Right.
It's not yours. It doesn't maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't feel quite as much like home. But then also the uncertainty of 12 months down the road, 6 months down the road, are the owners going to sell it? Am I going to have to move out because they're going to bump rent up and I can't afford it, and now I'm looking for somewhere else to go? Am I moving my kids from school to school to school because I'm bouncing around from rentals, stuff like that? So
I do think it's a choice. It's a choice between control or not having control. And I'm not saying control is the right option. Every person is going to be different, but it's the same thing too with if you're renting a house, you can't necessarily figure out repairs or things that you can do to the house to increase its equity so that your rent goes down. That's not a
Yeah.
thing. You can only do that on a home that you own. And real estate in general is a cycle. So everybody's really flashing that right now is terrible and it's awful, and in everybody's mind it seems like that clouds it, so their entire thought process is that real estate is a terrible thing. But it wasn't but 2 years ago that everybody was saying real estate was the best investment to make.
Yeah.
I'm not you need to take both of those things into account and what it looks like 5 years or 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And maybe it isn't a good time for you to buy, but
Yep.
but it's not necessarily the everybody generalizing it isn't right either.
Yeah. Well, it's like short term right now. Yeah, the numbers pencil out to where it is better to rent. But next year, there could be this huge flood into the market. Rents go up, and next thing you know, it's more expensive to rent than it is to own.
Yeah, well, and prices aren't. There's no trends showing that prices are going to go down. So somebody buying right now, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, but I am saying that with the control, if you bought right now, you found something that it's not even a good deal, but it's something that you could gain equity in, or something that's got simple repairs, or a home that works perfectly fine, well for you, and then interest rates go down in 4 or 5 years from now, but prices are up another probably 10 to 11% at that point. Like, it's not, you have to be looking at these things in a 5 to 10 year span. That's where real estate pays off, is 7 years.
Yep.
Well, I think it's the control you talked about too that really makes the biggest difference there.
Yeah.
You're in control. Nobody's going to kick you out.
Sure.
It's not.
But
Great.
you do take on a lot of responsibility
All
as
the
well-
responsibility.
as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't make that payment, that's on you, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to deal with the consequences there. Versus if you're renting, the consequences are still there, but it's a lot more minimal.
You get all the control, but you get all the positives and the negatives of it.
Right.
Where rent is, you get no control, but you don't really get any of the positives or negatives of that, other than,
You just have a place to be,
yeah,
which is good.
which is a thing.
So to wrap this up, I was on a call with some buyers the other night, and they're looking. They're not sure when they want to buy. They're ready to buy. They could buy whenever. They're in a rental, pretty cheap, $1,500 a month. What would be your advice to them?
are they currently saving money in their rental? Like, are they able to pocket cash monthly?
Yeah, I mean because I mean they're looking in the right around the median price home value, probably 5
So
to mid 6s.
I had clients just like this.
Yeah,
She was a teacher. She made decent money, and he was finishing up his flight school to become a pilot. So he was just kind of working odds and ends. So they were basically living off of her income, right? They were living in a basement apartment, pretty cheap. They were able to pocket a little bit of money, but at that time, realistically, the market is outpacing them, right? They're not saving more money than they would be if they were to buy a home and make the equity off of the house.
so you're saying it's just going to be more expensive the longer they wait.
Correct. The longer that they wait, that same $500,000 home, they maybe save 20 grand. It's going to be 525,000. It's not going to make much of a difference. But in their situation, very specifically, once he got his pilot's job, well, their income basically doubled or almost tripled. So at that time, like, yeah, it's better to wait, right? Be patient, wait, because once you get that pilot's job, you go from maybe 60, 80 grand of income to 150, 200,000.
Yeah,
Right,
So
so
they could buy a much
You could buy a
different
much better home that might
Yeah.
be more of what you want, that you could be in and grow in for the next 5
be
years,
longer
10
term.
years.
Yeah. Okay. What's your take?
I say, why are you guys wanting to buy a house? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, we want something that we can change. We want to create something that's our own. We want to have a place to settle down.
Yeah.
Do those, and then does buying a house accomplish those goals? Or does renting accomplish those goals?
Yeah.
And then take it from there. If they say they still want to buy a house, then you have the conversation. The real estate, there's statistically, home values have always went up in like a 7 to 8 year span. So as long as you can comfortably make those mortgage payments, and with that mortgage payment you can buy a house that comfortably works well for you, then statistically it should all work out okay for you. But there's always risk involved, which is just real estate, baby.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So same question. You're a seller. You want to sell, but there's no like exact time by which you need to sell at. And they come to you, hey Peyton, I want to sell in 2026. When's the best time to try and make that happen?
I'd say May, June. I'd say start getting your house ready right now, March, April, and then April we sit down and start taking pictures, and then May, June we list would be my.
See, but I think that depends.
Yeah, I guess.
What markets are they selling in, and what markets are they buying in?
Yeah.
Right. So let's say somebody is selling in Davis County, but they are moving to, say, I don't know, Tremont, right? Somewhere that's quite a bit cheaper. Well, then, yeah, I'd say I agree with you. If you sell now, you're going to sell in an up market, get the most out of your home. That's going to be the most expensive market, and then go buy in a slower kind of down market. Not that it's depreciating, but it's a lot cheaper market.
And there's more inventory. Yeah.
Right. So you might have, it's going to be a little bit slower of a market, right?
Yeah.
So you might be selling in a more competitive, higher end market to go buy maybe even a more expensive home, but that's in a much slower market. So
Yeah.
spring makes a lot of sense. But if you're selling in Davis County and buying in Davis County, I don't think it really matters.
I don't know. I just think listing a house right now, you've got a bunch of mud, you've got less buyers. Like unless you've got less houses on the market for you to go look at.
Sure.
Like unless you were ready to list and then you found a house that really suitably, but like your options just seem better made. You're right, the competition's higher.
But I agree with you. Springtime's a great time to list for the yard, the exterior to look good. Hopefully you have flowers that are blooming and the yard's landscaped and it looks
Good
really
pictures.
good and you get good pictures.
But
It's
there's
good
also
weather.
a lot more competition around that time frame. I tell people if you can try and beat that competition by 30 days or something like that before the big rush, that can be a good strategy sometimes too, because then you're still picking up quite
Some
a
of
bit of
the
the
early.
demand, but you're like, there's not a right or wrong answer here. It just depends. But I think if you're flexible, being like a end of February, beginning of March person.
I can see that. I just would never, like the January, beginning of February is
Would
a
be
rough
tough.
time in
Would
real
be tough.
estate
I
in
agree.
general.
Well, we have one going live today in Layton, so I'm going to let you know on how that goes.
It's going to go really well. He's going to shove it in our faces. Yeah.
But yeah,
But that's also the case. Is like how many times do you see a home listed in November, December, January that sells within
Oh, for sure.
20
yeah.
days, 30 days, 15 days?
Well, I was amazed just coming in like last week. I was like, it was crazy how busy it was for me. And like we put 2 homes under contract, and it was somebody relocating over from California, and another client saw a house they really liked, and they're like, we've been here for a long time. We want to make a change and move, and in January, you know.
Yeah.
So there's never the right time.
It'll all if you do it correctly, you could list it any time and it'll all shake out
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
If it'd only be if you're wanting the absolute perfect scenario, I guess. There's a valid point there that
Every month home sell.
Yeah.
So, but it's shaping out to be a pretty exciting year, I think. I'm excited.
Yeah.
it'll be a weird one at a minimum.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a weird one.
Yeah, the Economist, he's like, we could have a recession or things could actually turn out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay.
This could be terrible, but maybe not.
It's kind of the way things have been the last
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
I would say.
Wonky 3 years.
I feel like that's how it's always is. If anybody had a crystal ball, we'd all be rich. So
But we're having a hoot here at Mountain Buff, so
it's great. Yeah, we got some exciting things coming. We're going to do a buyer's class coming up. Need to fine tune some of the marketing for that. And then we have a rush event coming March 5th.
Yes.
So save those dates. It's going to be exciting. Anything else?
Nothing really, no.
Just waiting for Cade to wait. When does Q1 end? I'm just waiting to see you walk in with
March.
an energy drink.
Oh, it's going to be April 1st. April 1st, I'm walking with an energy drink.
It's gonna be
But
fun.
I haven't
But
had anything. I've had a
hopefully-
Coke.
Hopefully at the end of this, I can go, you know what? One every other day, one every now and then is great. That's
Yeah.
that's all I need.
Just
Rather than it being 1 or 2 every day.
Yeah.
That's true. Like
So
that's that old
hopefully-
saying that losing by a second, you're still technically winning.
Huh? if you ain't first, you're last, baby.
What are you hoping to do by next quarter?
Are we talking business wise or?
Just whatever.
I think that we're just gonna.
You're just trying to survive a new baby.
No. We've had big conversations this year, and it's been less on how do we make specific finances and more specifically focused on how do we consistently market in an aggressively honest way and do that in a way that is sustainable for spending family time together.
Yeah.
And it's been we've had a lot of really good talks, but the real estate in general, as everybody knows, it's just complicated with the way that you do stuff.
Has it been hard?
The second kid,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Yeah, it's more than twice as hard. You guys know, like it's, and you've just got to it's the sleep cycles that you can't figure out because you've got 2 kids and now the other kid's waking up the first kid.
I know, and you're just like
It gets better. And then you have a third, and then I'm sure
Well, that's what I've
it's-
heard. The third is even. It's not like 1 to 2 times harder. It's 1 is like really pretty darn easy. Like once you have it.
Yeah.
But 2 is like 2.6 times harder.
I feel like with one, you go into it and you're like, I mean, kids are hard, but they're not that hard. Come on. But it really is nice because you get that break. If they're napping, you can nap, or like it's just one kid.
One parent can take the kid,
One-
and then you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 kids is hard. 3 kids is hard. Just as hard. I've been trying to figure out it too. I haven't figured it out. So
We'll see one of these days. It's
don't
been
think
great.
I don't think you figure it out though.
just keep
Just
learning, you know.
do you feel like you just always want to be working?
No. But I do like this could sound crazy, but like the witch videos and going live and doing all that stuff. That is stuff that it revitalizes my energy. Where like there's other things that suck your energy. That's something for me that like I feel pretty. Even if I'm exhausted and I do that, it's pretty fun. This kind of stuff, even if I'm exhausted, I do it. It's pretty fun.
You
So
like it? This is revitalizing. Your battery is like increasing right here.
for me, yeah.
Really?
But
Not
that's
me.
just real estate.
Not
I
me.
like to
This-
go
That's because you
fish
don't
or
have an energy drink. yeah.
This drains my battery.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I
So
like
you're now the designated Mountain Buff podcast.
I don't
host.
know about that. We got to get our stuff figured out. But then yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys for watching. It's been a good start of the year, and excited to see where things go. If you guys are looking to buy, sell, or invest, Call these guys.
Let us
Mountain
know.
Buff is the best. Yeah.